Hello and welcome to Spectrum TV News at 2. I am Francis Oyima Edet, coming to you live from the capital city of Akwa Ibom State. Let's take a look at the headlines. Nigeria's First Lady Remi Tinubu received Super Falcons at Aso Villa. Plus, German Finance Minister Littner in Kyiv to provide concrete support. We will bring you details of the stories and more in a moment. Many thanks for joining us. First in the news this afternoon is a report that the First Lady, Remi Tinubu, has received members of the Nigerian female football team, the Super Falcons, at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, today. Recall that the Super Falcons crashed out of the ongoing FIFA Women's World Cup, co-hosted by Australia and New Zealand, having lost through penalties to the English team, the Lionesses, last Monday, August 7th. We move to the Green Chambers, where the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, has demanded an immediate investigation of the bandits' attack at the Kofar Gayan area of Zaria that led to the killing of 2 persons on Saturday night. The suspected bandits reportedly invaded the area, shot sporadically, and unsuccessfully attempted to kidnap some residents. In a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Musa Abdullahi, attacks in parts of Zaria in Kaduna's North Senatorial District were unacceptable and insisted that a thorough investigation must be carried out to stop their game in the protection of lives and property, which is their primary responsibility, stressing that citizens, wherever they may be, should be safe to go about their businesses at any time of the day. Away from that, the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority (NCAA) has vowed to sanction airlines and allied services providers that fail to maintain adequate insurance coverage for their aircraft and other aviation equipment. The aviation industry regulator said it was mandatory for all operators to comply with the Nigerian Civil Aviation Regulations (NIG CARS 2022. According to the NCAA, the compliance entails maintaining adequate and valid insurance cover, submitting copies of valid insurance certificate to the authority, and evidence of payment of premium and other policy documents of insurance cover of not less than aviation services providers, and signed by the Director General, NCAA, Musa Nuhu. In a separate development, they are wary of irregular migration, which has claimed the lives of numerous young Nigerians. Adepoju gave the warning at the 20th outreach of the August Girls' Assembly in Ibadan, Oyo State. Adepoju noted that illegal migrants face many difficulties, such as harsh weather conditions and predators who either feed on them or harvest their organs for sale in a crude manner. She enjoined girls to face their studies, be diligent, and have the fear of God. Back here, in line with his avowed commitment to ensure Akwa Ibom people get due benefits for public funds spent on projects, the state governor, Pastor Moina, has moved to complete the General Hospital project in Ikot Akbankok, Bukanafan local government area to cater for the healthcare needs of the people of the area. The governor, who spoke at the Ikot Akbankok General Hospital project site, where he made a stopover to inspect structures on the Pranamo, to liaise with the contractor and relevant stakeholders to furnish him with information on the status of the project and requirements for completion. The governor, who was returning from a church special service in honor of the deceased general overseer of Rapture Trust Gospel Ministries, Kanafan, late Bishop Moswell Umor, expressed development drive and disposition favorable to rural communities. At the church, the governor said his attendance at the service was to show solidarity to the deceased cleric's family and the church over their loss. He described the late Moswell Umor as a strong voice in promoting the gospel of Christ and a dependable ally who has encouraged him over time, thanking God that Umor raised a worthy successor to further his vision. Government House correspondent Jen Hua reports that earlier in his speech, the eldest son of the deceased cleric, Ekonobasig Moswell Umor, thanked the governor for the visit, which he said was love-driven. Based on the relationship, he said the governor's visit was a great honor and reinforcement of confidence to follow in his ways. Corps Commander Matthew Olonisanye has described fatal crash which occurred yesterday along Iket Oron Road involving a Mitsubishi bus and a Hyundai Accent as an unfortunate incident that could have been avoided should the people stop abusing the use of the highways and start obeying traffic rules. Olonisanye uses against violation of traffic signs that tend to undermine the safety of the road users, as any life lost cannot be recovered. The sector commander therefore reiterated the need for safety consciousness among drivers, advising them against excessive speeding. Meanwhile, gas marketers in New York, the carbon state capital, have confirmed that the price of cooking gas has increased from its previous amount to a new price. A correspondent, Esther Othoyo, who sought to know the reason for the increment, completes the report.
A gas marketer in Uyo, the Akwa Ibom State capital, Uwem Inyang, has confirmed the increment in the price of cooking gas. Inyang said 8 million naira per 20 metric tons, but now it is sold at 11.6
thousand naira addition to what we used to buy per truck. Former price was 10.8 million naira per truck per 20 metric tons, but now it's 11.6 million naira. Most of the products are imported to Nigeria. 12.5 is 8,400 naira. We envision that we will get to 8,700 naira, 9,000 naira per 12.5. A kilo now is 672 naira. I think the marketers, the people at the depot, it depends on how they also buy it. I won't blame them. It is the government that should come in and see what they can do to help the masses.
Also speaking with Spectrum Television, a consumer, Esther Okon, expressed worries over the rapid increase in the price of gas to reduce the effects of the harsh economy.
Before now, last month I bought 6.5. Today I'm buying 700. It has increased now. Because before now, I know years back, I used to buy for 2,500. That was in Port Harcourt before I moved in here. The economy is high now, we know.
Some gas marketers, Olatumbosu Oladipo, has said that the price of gas will go up from this week. Esther Otoyo, Spectrum News.
We move now to Africa, where the African Union, AU, has said that it has held a meeting on the crisis in Niger following the coup on July 26 that toppled President Mohamed Bazoum. The Pan-African body said AU's Peace and Security Council met to receive an update on the evolution of the situation in Niger and the efforts to address it. The meeting, which took place at the AU headquarters in the Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa, had in attendance the Union Commission Chief Musa Mohammed, as well as representatives from Niger and the West African bloc, ECOWAS. Still in Africa, the United Arab Emirates, UAE, has denied a report claiming weapons were found in its shipment to refugees of the Sudan war, arguing it does not take sides in the conflict. According to conservatives' estimates by the Armed Conflict Location and Event Data Project, Fighting since April 15 between the forces of rival Sudanese generals vying for power has killed at least 3,900 people. In a statement, UAE Foreign Minister Communications Director Alfra Al-Hamali said the UAE has not supplied arms and ammunition to any of the warring parties in Sudan since the outbreak of the conflict. To the foreign scene now, where German Finance Minister Christian Lindner has said that he will collaborate with his counterpart in Kyiv to bolster the Ukrainian economy as Western allies support efforts to rebuild the country amid the conflict. According to the German Finance Minister, Lindner arrived in Kyiv today for his first trip to Ukraine since the start of the war. Lindner noted that he was planning that the German Federal Ministry of Finance is interested in helping the Ukraine's finance ministry to make the country more attractive to foreign direct investment. Still on the foreign scene, Ukraine's foreign ministry has said that it strongly condemns the provocative actions of Russia a day after a Russian vessel fired warning shots and boarded a cargo vessel in the Black Sea. The Ukrainian Ministry of Foreign Affairs said in a statement that the Russian Navy violated the UN Charter, the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea, and other norms of international law. He said the actions exemplified Russia's deliberate policy of endangering the freedom of sailing to Ukraine's Black Sea ports will be viewed as military targets, while Ukraine said any attacks of Russian targets on the sea will be justified because they occur in Kyiv's territorial waters. To stay with us.
Business exists only to meet the needs of the people, but there's an extra advantage if your product and services are pitched on a platform that gives you the added advantage over your competitors. For your desired return on investment and so much more, advertise on Spectrum Television, on StarTime's DTH Channel 421 and on free-to-air with a frequency of 12733. Spectrum Television, broadening your horizon.
Many thanks for staying with us, and now to the rest of the news stories. On a business news, the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) has revealed that the average cost of bus transportation within Nigerian cities rose from 649.59, a rise in the pump price of premium motor spirit (PMS). Figures obtained from the NBS report June also revealed that the cost of intra-city bus transportation rose by 98%, 120.63% rather, from 582.61 naira paid by commuters in June 2022 to average fare paid by commuters for bus journey. Intercity per drop rose to 5,686.49 naira in June compared to 4,002.16 naira in May 2023, indicating an increase of 42.09% on a month-on-month basis. Still in business, oil marketers have indicated that the cost of premium motor spirit (PMS), popularly called, to trade from 910 naira to 950 naira the parallel market. They also hinted that dealers seeking to import PMS were being forced to put the plans on hold due to the scarcity of foreign exchange to import the commodity. The warning came barely 1 week after the local currency crossed the 900 naira per dollar ceiling, with the naira selling at over 945 naira per dollar at the power market on Friday. The oil dealer said the CBN importers and exporters official window for foreign exchange, which boasts a lower exchange rate of about $740 per litre, had remained illiquid and unable to provide the $25 million to $30 million required for the importation of PMS by dealers. We move to health, where the Nigerian Medical Association, Ekiti State Branch, has urged the federal government to declare a state of emergency on the health sector with a view to addressing its myriad of problems and making it attractive to professionals. The body called for the allocation of at least 15% of the national budget to health, as stipulated in the Abuja Declaration, adding that such will be an initial step to show commitment towards the growth of the health sector on the part of the government. These were contained in the communique issued at the end of the 26th Annual General Meeting of NMA, which was themed Medical Legislation, the Need for Inclusiveness in Achieving Stability in the Health Industry, made available to journalists in Ado-Ekiti. In the communique signed by NMA State Chairman Dr. Babatunde Rosiji and Secretary Dr. Moses Dada, the doctors charged President Bola Tinubu not to hesitate to take tough decisions to help jumpstart the country's ailing health sector. The doctors called on the government to urgently address the rising cost of drugs and medical consumables to prevent the cost of health services from becoming so prohibitive to the point of driving patients away from the hospitals. Meanwhile, the medical experts have advised Nigerians to avoid sharing razors, toothbrushes, and to practice safe sex to avoid getting infected with the hepatitis B virus, noting that it is far more dangerous and infectious than the human immunodeficiency virus, as it causes liver damage, liver cancer, and even death. The experts said though hepatitis B has no cure, Nigerians should get vaccinated as a form of protection against the virus, according to the World Health of the liver, causing pathological damage. In sports, Chelsea goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga has joined Real Madrid on a season-long loan to replace the injured Thibaut Courtois. The Spanish club in a statement noted that Real Madrid and Chelsea FC have agreed on the loan of the player until June 30th, 2024. Reports say Belgian star Courtois, age 31, will miss most of the season after rupturing the anterior cruciate ligament in his left knee. Meanwhile, Kepa, age 28, had been close to a transfer to Bayern Munich, but will instead return, have agreed a deal to sell Brazil forward Neymar to Saudi Pro League side Al Hilal for about €90 million plus add-ons. The transfer is subject to the 31-year-old completing a medical and all necessary paperwork. Neymar, who joined PSG for a world record fee of €222 million with 73 appearances for PSG, helping the club win 13 trophies, including 5 League One titles, as well as reaching the 2020 Champions League final. On our entertainment news, in a bid to test his international reach, fast-rising Afrobeat star Say Vibes held his first international headline concert at the O2 Indigo Hall in the United Kingdom. Vibes, in its first attempt, sold out the 5,000 capacity. The singer has become a recurring figure in the mainstream, with his strings of hit singles taking over the streets. And that's all we have for you at this time. Do ensure to follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtv.ng. You've been watching Spectrum.